Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is AES and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video tasks me with mentally going through all the video games that I've played thus far and pick 15 moments that make me tear up, emotionally charged, or straight up cry. These moments either happen at the end of the respective games or in the middle for the purpose of driving the protagonist towards the end goal. Before we begin, I would like to make a few remarks. First and most importantly, this is certainly subjective. If you have a different list, please share it in the comment section so we can discuss it. Secondly, the ranking of the following moments does not mean that the actual game for number 15 is better than the title in number 9. Instead, it means that number 15 made me less emotional than number 9 for one reason or another. Lastly, and it goes without saying, this video will be filled to the brim with spoilers. I will include timestamps with the list of games in the description box, but I will not spoil the actual moment. It will help you decide whether or not you want to hear my take in any particular point. Without further ado, let us rank my top 15 saddest moments in gaming.
Short steps, deep breath, everything is alright. Chin up, I can't step into the spotlight. She said, I'm sad, somehow without any words. I just stood there, searching for an answer. When this world is no more, the moon is all we'll see. I'll ask you to fly away with me until the stars all fall down. They empty from the sky, but I don't mind. If you're with me, then everything's alright. If you're with me, then everything's alright.
Number 15. Sully's fake death in Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. As described by the pick's title, the reason that it is at the bottom of the list is due to the switch up that Naughty Dog made with the decision to possibly kill one of the main characters. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception built and amped up the relationship between Nathan and Sully by not only developing it in modern times, but also showcasing the time frame that led to the first meeting between both characters. As Nathan and the gang race to stop the antagonist from executing her plan, Nathan and Sully look in the distance to a beautiful shot of a fictional city, and when everything is fine and dandy, the following takes place.
Now that's a hell of a thing. What? No.
This moment shocked me, as I could not believe that the writers constantly threw the relationship between both characters in our faces for the majority of the game, only to disconnect one side of the relationship. Unfortunately, Naughty Dog pulled a switcheroo and brought Sully back to life, explaining that the water that Nathan drank prior to Sully's death gave him the hallucination that his mentor and friend was killed. I somewhat wish that the writers stuck with their decision to take one of the leading characters out of commission, but it does not take anything away from a moment that I'm sure shocked many of the player base, and to me at least, made me sad. Number 14, The First Death in Heavy Rain. Although Indigo Prophecy was the first story-driven title by Quantic Dreams, Heavy Rain was my first exposure to not only David Cage, but also motion-based gameplay with the PlayStation 3 controllers while making decisions that directly affect the outcome of the tale. The beginning of the game is very unengaging. You prepare the house for a birthday, brush your teeth, take a shower, and play with your children. As you transition to the mall, you come upon your first dilemma. Jason, one of your children, is missing. You try to look for him everywhere by pinpointing his red balloon, and when you track him down outside the mall, you experience the worst nightmare for any parent.
Jason! No!
Jason! Jason! Oh my God, no! No! No, Jason! Oh my God, no! No! Oh my God! No!
The moment itself was sad, but what killed me was the accompanying music as the mother cries and the red balloon floats away. It is an effective way to tell the players that you should not take any decision lightly, and you must pay attention to quick time events to prevent any needless deaths. Heavy Rain is not my favorite Quantic Dreams title. That award goes to Detroit Become Human for the time being. However, Heavy Rain is certainly the saddest title in the company's catalog, and the opening is a real tearjerker. Number 13, Anne's Song from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. You would not expect this game to make an appearance in the saddest moments in gaming video. I can't lie though, I may have shed a tear during this scene. After spending hours and hours with the charismatic Edward Kenway and his fellow pirates, you are now at the end of your journey. After a conversation with Anne, she takes out the musical instrument and begins to play and sing a song.
Of all the money that I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall.
When I saw Edward's friends who did not make the adventure, it made me sad because of how memorable these characters were, the best two being Blackbeard and James Kidd. Although Saddest did not last because of a happy moment in the end, I cannot take anything away from the emotional send-off to Edward and his rested friends. Number 12, the ending to Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I think that Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons' selling point is the way in which you control both brothers. You use one analog stick to control one brother, and you use the other analog stick to control the other. It is innovative, yet simple at the same time. The goal in the game is finding a way to save your father from his illness. After a long trip while dispatching of large creatures, you fight off an enormous spider. As you're about to find out, the unfortunate reality does not display a happy ending for both brothers.
Hello, Naya. Taliaba. Naya. 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 Naya.
This moment does not only have an implication on the story, but also in the control scheme. When you reach the finale, you will be tempted to move both analog sticks to accompany both brothers to the ending. The thing is, the elder brother is dead. You will feel guilted and therefore more affected by the loss of a sibling. If you have a sibling in real life, you will be affected even further. Number 11, Arthur's talk with a nun about his death in Red Dead Redemption 2. I will be completely honest with you all. I did not take Arthur's diagnosis for tuberculosis as hard as other gamers. Honestly, I thought that it came out of nowhere. I wish there was a bigger emphasis on a gradual health decline, instead of exposing Arthur to someone with a disease in one scene and then, out of the blue, placing Arthur in the doctor's office and revealing his ultimate fate. That is not the sad moment in Red Dead Redemption 2, no. The saddest scene occurs later on when Arthur is almost at death's door and he has a conversation with a nun about his fear of death. You can tell by the voice acting that Arthur is genuinely terrified of moving on to the next world, and he also does not want to leave his friends and family behind.
I had a son. He passed away. I had a girl who loved me. I threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die. And it weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago. Life is full of pain. But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Be grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
Sure.
Perhaps you could help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
But I still don't believe in nothing.
Often, neither do I.
Huh?
But then I meet someone like you, and everything makes sense.
You're too smart for me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan. Take a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
All aboard!
I was very moved by this scene, and it's definitely, by far, my favorite exchange of dialogue in the game. Number 10, the ending to Halo 4. Halo 4 undoubtedly has the best narrative in the Halo series thus far. After spending 3 games while experiencing the development of Master Chief's and Cortana's relationship, we learn in the first few minutes of the 4th entry that Cortana's AI is degrading. In other words, she's dying. In addition to confronting a new type of enemies, we must take control of John as we rush to Dr. Halsey to attempt to save Cortana. However, Master Chief did not expect the leader of the new species of foes to be extremely powerful. If it were not for Cortana's help in the end, the icon of Halo would have been good as dead. Thankfully, the duo teams up to take down the nemesis once and for all, but it comes with a price that will be revealed in the following scene.
It worked. You did it. Just like you always do.
So how do we get out of here?
I'm not coming with you this time.
What?
Most of me is down there. I only held enough back to get you off the ship.
No. That's not... We go together.
It's already done.
I am not leaving you here.
John. I've waited so long to do that.
It was my job to take care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
Cortana, please. Wait.
Welcome home, John.
After 4 games that explore the dynamics between the pair, one half of the couple is gone. It ends up being brought into a new perspective in Halo 5, but the conclusion to Halo 4 could have served as a sad finale to the franchise, for all I care. Number 9, the final flashback in The Last of Us Part 2. A while ago I made a video about the gaming community and listed some grievances. Thanks to the gaming community on Twitter, I saw Joel's death come prior to The Last of Us 2's release, so I was not completely devastated. It was a sad scene for sure, but the spoilers lessened the blow. The same cannot be said for the last flashback between Ellie and Joel. Throughout The Last of Us 2's runtime, Joel was successfully portrayed as someone who not only cared about Ellie but made a decision that ultimately made Ellie feel betrayed. In their conclusive exchange together, Joel and Ellie stand on the porch and Ellie decides to take it as one more opportunity to vent her frustration over the ending of The Last of Us Part 1.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
When Joel dies towards the beginning of the game, we were led to believe that the pair's last conversation was inconclusive and filled with uncertainty. Once the credits rolled for the second game of Naughty Dog's post-apocalyptic franchise, we were comforted by the fact that Ellie did not end her relationship with Joel in bad terms. Number 8, Sarah's death in The Last of Us Part 1. Speaking of the first game in The Last of Us series, let us talk about it, shall we? You will be happy to know that the highlight moment here happens exceedingly early in the game, so I will not spoil too much of the title. Nevertheless, the scene in question sets the tone for a game that is filled with several heart-wrenching revelations. The first 20 minutes are spent with Joel and his daughter, Sarah. As the father-daughter duo attempts to escape the ever so approaching infected zombies, they are stopped by a soldier who is ordered to kill them both.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Shit. Please don't. Oh no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, no, no. Please. 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 Please don't. Please.
It is clear as crystal that it was incredibly hard for Troy Baker, Joel, and Hannah Hayes, Sarah, to act out the scene, and the sheer emotion from both of these talented performances make a strong case early in The Last of Us that it will not be a joyride. Far from it, in fact. Number 7, the final decision in Life is Strange. You may not get that impression during the first episode of Life is Strange, but you will come to cherish the relationship between Max and Chloe. It is why the finale to the first season is so devastating. As Max continued to mess around with her time-bending powers, the consequences started to make their presence in the 5th episode, the main one being a tornado that is en route to destroy Arcadia Bay. As a title that makes you commit to certain difficult decisions, the last choice is the most crucial and yet the hardest to make. Will you save Arcadia Bay and let Chloe die, like she did in the first episode, or ignore Arcadia Bay's destruction and its people's deaths and go on your way with Chloe?
Max, it's time. Chloe, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. I know, Max, but we have to. We have to save everybody, okay? And you'll make those fuckers pay for what they did to Rachel. Being together this week, it was the best farewell gift I could have hoped for. You're my hero, Max. Oh, Chloe, I'm gonna miss you so much. I'll always love you. Now get out of here, please. Do it before I freak. And Max Caulfield, don't you forget about me. Never.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro. Just count to 3. Don't be scared. You own this school. If I wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss. So what do you want?
I hope you check the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong. You got hella cash.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Where'd you get that? What are you doing? Come on, put that thing down!
Don't ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me!
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even miss your punk ass, would they?
Get that gun away from me, psycho!
If you save Chloe, the ending is not very emotional. If you let Chloe die, it's tough because you're transported back to the bathroom where she met her demise, and you must sit there and do nothing while Nathan kills Chloe. The lack of music after the shot is fired broke my heart, and it may do the same for you. Number 6. The extended cut version of Mass Effect 3's ending. Mass Effect may easily be the greatest trilogy of all time, period. You play as Commander Shepard, and you are tasked with saving all living beings in the galaxy from an intergalactic threat, the Reapers. Along the way you meet a memorable cast of characters, my favorite being Liara, Garrus, and Jack. The third act of Mass Effect 3 sees you prepare for the final battle on Earth, and after saying personal farewells to your teammates and making it to the source of the conduit, he must make one of 4 choices: rebel and doom the entire universe, destroy all synthetic life, take control of the Reapers, or combine living beings with synthetics to form a new DNA. We can talk about the level of satisfaction from this choice, and we will do so whenever I complete the project about the entire Mass Effect franchise. For now, let us enjoy the beautiful piano music that plays in the background and Joker's realization that he must leave Shepard behind and escape.
Disengage and head to the rendezvous point. I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Joker, it's time to go.
Damn it.
It is a really sad sight to behold because it truly feels like the conclusion of Shepard, which means the conclusion of the relationships he built with his fellow comrades. It is even more impactful if you play the Citadel downloadable content, which further highlights the positive aspects of the Normandy crew and the pals you met along the 3 titles. Number 5. Dom's death in Gears of War 3. This moment shows the effectiveness of a game's sound design to amplify any given narrative point. As a character who was very generic in the first Gears of War, Dom shined in the sequel when he searched for his wife and was used to develop Marcus's character. Since it does have an impact on the third game and the showcase at this part of the countdown, I will spoil what happens to Dom's wife in Gears of War 2. She dies. I told you what happened because it led to the saddest moment I have experienced in a game where you shoot enemies. Marcus and the team were bombarded with a slew of foes, and in order to escape, Dom took it upon himself to enter a vehicle and make sure that Marcus and the rest of his teammates are able to escape. The scene itself can be emotional, but what elevates it to downright upsetting is the accompaniment of Mad World by Gary Jules. I will let the scene play out and we will proceed to the next spec. Just know that it is as distressing as it appears to be.
nothing you can do! Stop
Get
it!
off me! God
Stop
damn it! Let me get him out of there!
It's okay, Marcus. It's okay. Come on. We gotta go now. Your father still needs us.
Number 4, Aunt May's death in Spider-Man. Out of everyone who attempted to capture the essence of Spider-Man in a non-live action format, and to be frank, including the live action format, none have portrayed the web-slinging hero as well as Yuri Lowenthal in Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Among the various scenes where Yuri plays as Spider-Man or Peter Parker, no other scene proves Yuri's power in the voice acting industry as much as the follow-up to Spidey's fight against Dr. Octavius. The villain releases a type of gas that is deadly to anyone who inhales it, and he's the only one who has the antidote. After his defeat, Spider-Man brings the medicine to the hospital where Aunt May, his guardian, rides in agony from the gas. In the same way that Heavy Rain's moment was the worst nightmare for a parent, Peter experiences the worst case scenario for any given child. Your parent, or someone you treat as a parent, is dying. Here comes the hard decision. Will you save that someone in your life that you would consider as your mother, or sacrifice her to save countless lives? There is not enough antidote to save Aunt May and everyone else in the city, and you can see that Peter struggles with this decision before making the right choice.
I want to see my nephew.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben would be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
I think that it would have been as hard, if not harder, for all of us if we were in Peter's shoes, so I personally don't envy him and his terrible loss. Number 3, To the Moon's Ending. Many of the scenes that are presented on this list refer to a specific instance in the final moments of the game. As far as To the Moon is concerned, I will preface this pick by saying that the whole dang game can be in here in one grandiose and heartbreaking experience. Still, I have to be fair and keep it to one moment per game. In this case, To the Moon's Ending is, in my opinion, the factual choice for the saddest scene in the game. In summary, the story is about two doctors who are able to manipulate a person's memories to fulfill a dying person's wish. John, the protagonist, wanted to go to the moon, and you learn along the way that he fell in love with a girl named River. At the end of the game, John and River become astronauts and are ready to fly to the moon. I will play the entire sequence here, and you will understand why I placed it on the list at such a high ranking. Ultimately, it is implied that John never received his wish. However, the changes that the doctor modified ended up leading John to a more fulfilling life, which is something that I think all of us want at the end of the day. Number 2, Clementine and Kenny Say Goodbye in Telltale The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 5. Let us be frank here. When it comes to the scene in the finale of The Walking Dead's second season, there are a couple of choices that you have to make. First, you need to kill Jane. Secondly, you must forgive Kenny and allow him to accompany you to Wellington. Once you complete those requirements, you are able to experience this moment and shed a tear with me. By that point in the game, Kenny is a broken mess. In the first 2 seasons, he made some decisions that you, as a player, are not proud of, and it is upon reaching Wellington where Kenny realizes it. Unfortunately, Wellington has a capacity problem, and the people in charge of the community can only take in Clementine and AJ. Kenny cannot join the group. Clementine, rightfully so, does not want to leave Kenny behind because she is scared he will get killed for one reason or another. Therefore, you must choose. Continue on with Kenny or join Wellington. Both Clementine and Kenny are crying, and there is a particularly good chance that you may cry as well.
Listen, okay? Listen. This is your chance. For you and this boy. I don't trust myself to keep you two safe. Not anymore. Please, I'm begging you. Please, stay here. Stay here, where it's safe. Where you two will have a chance.
No, no, no! Why are you doing this?
Because it's the only way. For both of you. Think about Alvy here. Please, Clem, just do as I'm asking. This one last time. You'll meet people. You'll make friends.
Okay. Okay, we'll stay.
Good.
We'll stay.
Good. This is the right decision. Okay. Right. When he's grown, you tell him about his mommy and his daddy and all the people who tried to keep him safe. You tell him, okay? He deserves to know. I got, Oh, here. Take this. When he's old enough, you make him wear it. It'll keep the sun out of his eyes. That's important. All right. Good. Keep an eye out for him. Please. Now, you take care of Alvin here. You live a good life, okay? Don't waste this, okay? Now, I'm gonna go before one of us changes their mind. Now, I'm gonna walk away, and I might not look back. Not because I don't want to. I'm real glad to have met you, Clementine.
The game at the top of the list is, spoiler alert, from the same franchise, but I could argue that this scene is just as moving, if a tad less, than the next story-based example. Number 1, Clementine and Lee, from Telltale The Walking Dead, Season 1, Episode 5. Come on, do not tell me that you did not see this one coming, considering that Telltale The Walking Dead Season 1 is my favorite video game of all time. While the other moments on this list may have encouraged me to feel emotional or become teary-eyed, Lee's death at the end of The Walking Dead's first season actually made me cry. As soon as you meet Clementine in the first episode, you are motivated to protect her from anything and everything. Towards the last moments of the 4th episode, however, you, as Lee, get bitten, and it is a race against time to save Clementine and lead her to safety. While the first goal is accomplished, episode 5 shows us Lee as he takes his final breaths. Whether you ask Clementine to shoot him to prevent him from becoming a walker, or appeal to Clementine to leave him, does not matter. You will be too busy rubbing your eyes because you will be focused on the following thought the entire time. Wow, this is really it. What will Clementine do?
It was so hard. I'm sorry you're in that position now. I'd give anything for you not to be. But you just have to point it at me. Close your eyes and be thankful you never have to see me as one of them. You can do it. I know you can.
Okay, Lee. I can do it. I can.
Find Tomid and Krista. They're probably looking for us right now. Stay on high ground. Don't go too far. You'll find them. They'll take good care of you. And Clem, stay away from the cities.
Definitely.
They're just not worth the risk. And also,
What is it?
no, don't worry. All right. I'll miss you.
Me too.
I do not think that there will ever be a moment in gaming that will top the finale to Lee's and Clementine's relationship as the saddest scene, which is why it is rightfully placed at the #1 spot. Well folks, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for checking it out. What is the game that made you tear up, if any, the most? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. My name is AES, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.